All right, here we're going to look at multiplying integers, and I have some things written out here. So you see how I have the plus times a plus, a positive number times a positive number is a positive number. A positive number times a negative number is going to be a negative number. A negative number times a positive number is going to be a negative number. And then the one you got to remember is a negative times a negative is a positive. If negative times a negative is not a positive, then it's going to break math, and we don't want to break math. Okay, so positive times negative will both give you a positive answer. Okay, and we're going to try a couple examples. So let's say I want to do 11 times negative 3. That is a positive number. So we have a positive times a negative, positive times a negative. It's going to give you a negative. And 11 times 3 is 33, and then we just put on that negative sign. Okay. Then if we look at the next one, we have negative 8 times negative 8. So that is a negative times a negative, which is a positive. And so then the 8 times the 8 will be 64. The negative and the negative makes positive, so that makes that positive 64. Alright. So what if we do a negative 15 times negative 4? That's a negative times a negative, which is a positive. And 15 times 4 is going to be 60. Okay. And then we'll sneak in one other thing. If I multiply anything by 0, it's going to be 0. So 5,732 times 0 is 0. Okay. And if you're multiplying more than two numbers together, you just need to count up the number of negative signs to determine whether your answer is negative or positive. Okay, if it's an even number of negatives, that means all the negatives can pair up with each other and they cancel each other out. So an even number of negatives, it's going to be a positive. If you had an odd number of negatives, then all the negatives will pair up except for one, and that's the odd one out, which makes your answer negative. So even number of negatives is a positive. Odd number of negatives is going to be a negative.